Have you ever wanted to travel, but you're a college student on a budget? Well, I have some simple solutions to help you do that. I have recently read a blog that said money was the biggest problem when it came to college students traveling, and I believe it. But after doing some extensive research, I've come to the conclusion that you don't have to be rich to travel. Finding the perfect vacation spot can be easy. According to a site called Lifehack, the three cheapest places to travel are Colombia, Ecuador, and Bolivia. A flight to Colombia in the summertime can cost you around $338 before taxes. If you stick to a strict plan that includes cheap food, one or two inexpensive drinks a day, a place outside the capital to stay, public transportation, and maybe an excursion, vacation probably won't break your bank. So you're probably wondering, why are these the cheapest places to go? And here's why. Colombia has Caribbean towering mountains and mysterious Amazon jungles and is one of the most exotic and alluring places in South America. Caribbean, Spanish, and Indonesian cultures combine to create delicious cuisine, striking colonial architecture, and the warmest people. Colombia has a lot of cheap accommodation options and is loaded with free and cheap things to do. Ecuador, on the other hand, is a colonial architectural treasure and has meaningful cobbled streets, coupled with misty rainforests, majestic volcanoes, and you have all the making of an adventure fairy tale. What's even more surreal is traveling to Ecuador can be really cheap. Who doesn't like cheap traveling? I do. Every city has free and cheap things to do. You just gotta find them. Wander an outside market. They're free to visit and a great way to experience the culture. Or take a free walking tour and learn about the city you're visiting from a local tour guide. Bolivia is one of the Earth's most trekking countries. Bolivia offers towering peaks, swaths, and dense jungles, and sweeping forbidden expanses that beckon you even further into the wild. Which means is Bolivia is unbelievable and one heck of a deal to explore. It is free or really cheap to visit Bolivia's beautiful museum and churches. Outdoor adventures are really cheap too. I mean, come on, who doesn't like cheap stuff? But what if you want to make money while traveling? You can never have enough money, right? According to a blogger named Nomadic Matt, here are some of the cool jobs you can get while traveling the world and starting your journey around the world. Become a tour guide, learn the ropes to the locals, start your family there, or just do it because why not? Become a teacher overseas, work on a military base for kids with parents in the military. Become a teacher at a school in that country that needs an English speaker. Just put your language to use, it's not that hard. Work on a cruise ship. Sure, it means you're from your family from some time, but think of all the places you get to explore, and you're with employees, which potentially can become some of your greatest friends, and you're doing it all while traveling the world. Or if you want to work on a yacht, do it. I mean, who want to work on a yacht or even live on a yacht? And most of these jobs don't require advanced degrees or a lot of working experience. Do you want to get some high-paying government job that you're probably not going to like? Or do you want to get a low-paying job that can help you travel the world? So I would do it. Why don't you? And here are just some random facts that I found on BuzzFeed to help you save money before and during your travels. Be flexible with your plans. Travel in the country's off-season for a cheap deal on flights, cheap deal on hotels. Work out credit card and debit card strategies so you don't get charged overdraft fees for taking out money, or just get charged randomly while you're studying, or you can even study abroad. I mean, come on, you're in another country, you're seeing other places. And follow a so-called 6-block rule, which means don't eat in 6 blocks of big touristy places. The food is not that good and they can jack the prices up. So go where tourist people or locals go. They know the ropes, they're from there. They make awesome food, so why not eat their awesome food instead of a restaurant's? Or if you do go to a restaurant and you're in a non-English speaking country, put your language to use. I mean, come on, you're good at your language, why not use it? And another tip is don't go everywhere on your list in your trip at once. It ultimately gives you the reason to go back to that place just one more time, or even twice. So you don't need to sell all your valuable items just to travel the world. Use some tips I just helped you or I just told you about to help you learn the ropes, the ins, the outs of traveling on a college student budget. You're young and you only live once, they say.